day, everyone. This is Juanita Kapp from South Africa, but today I am not streaming from South Africa. I'm streaming from Texas because I'm currently traveling in the US. It has been such a wonderful journey with Meticulous Moments. We are in season 3, and I just want to shout out to all the wonderful guests, the audience, all the sponsors, the people who have been on this journey with me. I've learned so much, and I have gained so much experience and had wonderful people that I've met on this road, on this journey, on this adventure. And today, for the first time in Meticulous Moments history, we have our special guest from Paris, France, and he is Alan Delabie. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Let's bring him on stage and learn more about him.
Yeah.
Good morning. How are you, Alan?
I'm very well. I'm good.
It is such an honor to have you here on Meticulous Moments. You are an international traveler. You do so many things. Would you like to tell the audience what specifically it is that you do?
Yeah, I am a director and an actor, of course, martial artist. And I do movies, so internationally, like UK, US, everywhere. So yeah.
All over the globe, guys. And also, I have to share this with the audience. Alan is going to be inducted into the Meticulous Martial Arts Mastermind Hall of Fame. We are so honored to have you, Alan. Thank you so much for accepting the nomination.
Thank you so much. My pleasure.
Thank you. Now, we have talked, we discussed this interview beforehand, guys. We've been talking for a few months with Alan's schedule. We are so happy to get him on here today. And I would like for you to tell the audience, let's talk about you being a martial artist, because you practice Shotokan. And I know you also mentioned, that you do Nunchakus. You are a world champion in that. Tell us about your journey with the martial arts.
Yeah, my journey started when I was 10 years old, and I opened the first time the door of the dojo, for the Shotokan Karate. And yes, I was totally impressed about this martial arts. Of course, Bruce Lee is a kung fu guy, but people at the time talk about karate,
Yes.
So I started to do that, and I have this dream to be an actor and also to be an artist. And I never stopped to dream and try my best to make it happen for what I became now. And I became black belt when I was 17 years old, and I keep doing my routine, and then I switched to kickboxing, and I was also in love with nunchucks, so I started to do competition on nunchucks, and I became twice European champion of nunchucks. But yeah, I developed this for the show, and I was invited to so many television show in France, in Belgium, and I do live stage on demonstration and stuff. So I was also invited to the famous Budo Gala, Paris-Bercy. It's one of the greatest Budo Gala worldwide, well-known, broadcast in live also on television in Paris Premiere and Eurosport, big channel. And it was huge opportunity for me to do a different TV show. And that's how all started by that. And because when you do live show, it's like one take. You cannot do mistakes. So you go right away, and you cannot, back to one. It's right away.
Can't do another take, guys. You're there, you have to do it. And I guess there's always good stress, accompanied by performing on stage. And that's what keeps us on point. That's what keeps us on par. Now, Alan, you are my friend. You're my fellow martial artist. You're my brother. You're in MAM. Tell us, the nunchucks, how long did it take you to really get it down, to get those basics of the nunchucks, to train, because it's not an easy weapon to train at all. I think it's one of the most difficult weapons to learn. How long did it take you before you competed on world level?
it took a couple of years before I start to do this competition
Wow.
for be confident, like you know, because my style of nunchucks is between flashy and between fight, like Bruce Lee.
Yes. Yes.
So so the style right now is too flashy and you know it's lost the sense of real martial
Yes.
arts. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so and
Yes.
what I do, it's very powerful,
Mm-hmm.
rapidity, and stylish on the same times. And
Yes.
I did also some point of flexibility, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because most of
Yes.
people now are more acrobatic style,
Yeah.
like they want to do jump and stuff. But it's good. It's good for the movie, but it's not real martial arts.
That's true.
Martial art, you don't learn how to jump, backflip and stuff. It's a gymnastic, so
Yeah.
it's not martial art. Martial art, you don't. When I was at the dojo or even my nunchucks teacher, we never learn this,
Yes.
because it's another point of a journey of learning,
That's
But
true.
yeah, it take time, and also you have to be patient, because yeah, very passionate, and don't burn the bridge, because people nowadays, oh yeah, I am 1 years of practice and 2 years of
Uh-huh.
practice. I think that already
Oh,
established. It take a years and a years and a years and a years.
yes.
Even right now, I'm still learning. Even
Mm-hmm.
right now, I'm still learning, because we learn. Uh, we have always every single day in life we learn. So and each training is different. Each training you bring a different moods, because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you can be tired, sometimes you can be very like, oh, I feel great and stuff.
Yeah.
And you bring every state of mind when you
Mm-hmm.
do your own routine and training.
That's true. I agree with you wholeheartedly, and that's why you're a part of MAM as well, Alan, because you stick to the morals and the values of true martial arts. Martial arts is competitive. I see it going out there. I see people making it flashy, putting all the lights and the bells and the tinkles on it, but I don't see someone doing those backflips and doing all that gymnastics in a fight. And that's because, it's not going to work. It's really not going to
No,
work when you're in actual fight.
I mean, it's great, and I love to watch it, and I enjoyed. But what is big problem nowadays, and also back in the days, but more right now,
Yeah.
because to internet, people now compete so much. They
Mm-hmm.
compete so much. They compare,
Uh-huh.
and that's not great. I mean, martial art is a respect,
Yes.
is a respect, and then we are all here for sharing something,
Mm-hmm.
for sharing the passion, sharing something special,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, people compete for different reason,
Mm-hmm.
so sometimes they want to be, it's like a movie. It's like a movie. People think, oh, I am a great martial artist and I want to be a movie star. It's different,
Mm-hmm.
because to be an actor is way different to be a martial artist,
True.
because acting is different,
It's a
completely
different
different,
world.
different world, different. Because at this point, time change, and also they use CGI a lot.
Yes.
They use now AI, and
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be complicated for stunt people, because
Yes.
they want to save maximum money with human
True.
being,
Yeah.
so so that's why. So now martial art action movies is different like used to be.
Yes.
When I start to watch movies, when I was a little kid, I was 10 years old, and I remember watch all of Chuck Norris, Bruce Lee,
Yeah.
later Van Damme and Steven Seagal, Jackie Chan, all kind of great Don the Dragon Wilson, you know,
Duh.
yeah, and yeah, and such a great inspiration,
Yeah.
and I learned so much on watch those movie, of course, and but to be honest, right now we have to reinvent. the genre and put like more something, not martial art. We cannot reinvent movement like
Yes.
high kick is a high kick, a side kick is a side kick.
Carry. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
Carry.
all the charisma you can bring on screen and
Mm-hmm.
how the audience can feel about you.
Yes. That's the truth. That's the truth. You've made some incredible points. Martial arts is a lifelong journey. I agree with you. We learn every single day. And that's why in my group, we have world class athletes from different styles, and we learn from each other because it enriches our experience. But not only is it a lifelong journey, it's also a personal journey. It's something that shapes our character. It's something that keeps us humble. And it's true what you say. I've always said to people, if you compare yourself to the next person, you are competing with them. Your journey is a personal journey. It's what the martial arts is doing in your heart and in your mind, and how it's shaping your life. Because those principles that we learn in the dojo, those principles are principles that we also use in life. And that's the point, so that we can be shaped. Now,
Yeah.
you are world champion in Europe for the nunchucks, and you mentioned Bruce Lee. A
Yeah.
lot of the martial artists that I speak to, we
Yeah.
all watched those movies growing up.
Yeah, and I was very lucky because
Inspired us.
Bob Wall was my friend, close friend, and also trainer, because I spent time at his home in Tarzana, and he
Wow.
always says to me, because he was also one of my movie Borrow Time 2. Yes, he was on that one, and he gave me a lot of advice. He told me a lot of story, and he tell me he felt something special with me. He said, that's why I want to give you this. I want to be on your movie for you. I spent my birthday at his home, and he gave me a beautiful present, a beautiful watch and stuff. He was a gentleman. He was okay. What people sometimes don't understand about him, he was very straight to the point. Sometimes people don't love when people say the truth,
Yeah.
and sometimes they prefer hear the unreal story, but at this point, that's why he always says, be the better version of yourself,
Yes.
and then don't listen others, because if you listen them, they always think they're better than you,
Yeah.
bigger than you, and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So that's their point. Every journey is different. Every people
True.
have their own path, their own way, and they cannot be inside your shoes, because when the door is closed,
Mm-hmm.
you are in front of your trouble.
That's true. That's true. Nobody knows what everybody goes through personally,
No,
guys.
nobody knows how you deal with life,
Yep.
with health, with family, with business.
That's it.
So that's why, and that's why it's always great to keep moving forward, and also never give up. Yeah, sometimes you can doubt on you. Of course, it's human,
It's
but
normal.
the support, and people don't hate the truth. They hate when you tell the truth. They
They do.
prefer faking.
Sugar-coated.
Yeah, but that's the point, and the reality. If you know who you are, you know what you can achieve by your own. Yeah, you don't need to be worried about everything. And yeah, sometimes you can be scared, because it's like a fighter.
Yeah.
People said, oh no, I'm not scared to go on the ring. You always care, because you don't
Everybody.
know your opponent.
That's it.
The opponent is also
He's also been training. Yeah.
he's here also for the same reason of you. So you have to train, and you have to believe, and don't think it's easy.
Yeah. Never underestimate your opponent, guys. I've seen it
No,
so many
don't
times.
estimate. Never. You can be
Never.
surprised. You can be surprised. You can be the greatest, but Yeah, I mean, sometimes you have the reality in front of you. You know, it's like
Absolutely.
um, a world champion, seven-time world champion, and against just a local fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we need to, sometimes say, okay, do I have hope? Maybe, but not so much because
Yep.
the equality is not the same. It's like a guy who is blue belt and he wants to fight against the black belt. So the
Uh-huh.
black belt got more experience and more, techniques.
Training longer. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
anything can happen. Anything can happen in that fight. And you were talking about people that are really working on themselves, people that are staying grounded, people that really put good energy out there. I love to put out good energy. I
no,
love
yeah,
to
yeah,
uplift people because here in Meticulous, the tagline and what we do is community upliftment,
yeah,
solution,
yeah,
development. Now,
yeah.
two people that come to mind, and we both know them, is Don the Dragon Wilson
Oh yeah,
and Silvio Simac, and they are the epitome of that to me. They carry
yeah,
on with their paths, they keep on
yeah,
training, they push themselves,
yeah.
and you always find them in a humble state. They're always calm,
Mm,
and they're doing great things out there. I was at
yeah,
the Action Martial Arts Hall of Honors earlier this year. Sylvia was there, Don was there, and I
mm,
missed Don's seminar with a few minutes because I couldn't find the room. It was in a huge hotel at the casino.
yeah.
And I'm walking, Alan, I'm walking down the hallway and I'm asking everybody, did you see Don? Did you see Don the Dragon? And someone pops his head out behind another person that's sitting on a table and he looks at me and he says, I'm Don. I said, wow, I found you. I said, I'm so sorry I missed your seminar. Did you know what he did? After conducting a whole seminar, he got up and he gave me a personal session for almost 45 minutes there in the
Ah.
hotel. And I have the greatest respect for these people because
No,
they
he's Don the Dragon is a true legend. He's a real gentleman. He's a
absolutely.
great kickboxer. So no doubt he's a very he's a real fighter. He's a badass. He's a very also down to earth. He loves what he's do. He loves movies. He loves sport. He's very he's a kind of man very generous.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very
It's
generous.
rare. It's rare nowadays on this business. It's very rare
It is.
because he love what he's doing. Is you know, and the most important things, if you do, um, it's a sacrifice. I mean,
Yes.
when you do what you love, it's not about money. It's not all about fame. It's all about
Amen to that.
what you love the most in life, because we will all die one day and all
Good.
will disappear one day.
Yeah.
Do you think in 100 years who will care about anyone?
Yeah.
So I mean, you are living right now what you have to do, and that's great. but,
Absolutely.
but
I,
yeah,
I agree with you 100%. I always tell my kids, because I'm training them, they're also martial artists and they've
yeah,
been training as long as I have. And I always tell them what we go through is not always about us. It's about what other people, learn from our experiences. So give of yourself. Give your time, give your knowledge, and help others to excel and to exceed. We need to help and assist people where we can. And I just, that day when Don got up and he saw me being so excited to be in his seminar, I'd missed it. And he was like, she came all the way from South Africa. I'm going to give her a session. Now, we spoke about your filmmaking, and I wanted to bring South Africa in a little bit. I'm from South Africa, but we talked a little bit about some of the films that you were in and also helped to
yeah.
direct. Some of it was shot in South Africa. Tell us about your filmmaking.
My you said my.
Your filmmaking, like the films you've been in and
Oh, you mean the forms you mean.
the movies.
Oh yeah, the movie. Okay, so yeah, it's been now 15 years I've been on the movie business. So yeah, I did so much. I was in French movie also, and Canada, US, UK also. I did 2 months ago a Christmas movie. So I
Oh,
was on called Three Rich for Christmas. So I was inside this movie. And also in Canada, I did a movie called Bloodslinger. I was associate producer, and I play Officer Gallant, a very funny officer. It's a little bit thriller, horror, and also action a little bit. It's so it was very cool to do. But yeah, I did also my trilogy, Borrow Time. So Borrow Time, it's a trilogy, action drama, where I play with Eric Roberts. I play with also with Patrick Kilpatrick, who is the Sandman in Death Warrant, the Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. I fight also one of the opponents of Jean-Claude Van Damme, Abdel Kissi from the Lionheart. And I play also with Costas and Luis Mandelov. And yeah, I mean, and Matthias Hughes also. Matthias Hughes, who is known for a lot of action movies. But yeah, this opportunity came because I work very hard and because I never give up.
yes.
And for the last installment of Borrow Time, we did very well on Amazon Prime. Yeah, we killed it. My distributor told me. And so also, what else?
I believe you were a vampire in a movie as well.
Yeah.
What was that?
I did. I was the vampire, the Nosferatu. Yeah, I spent a great time to do it, and it's phenomenal. I won a couple of awards also for being this character, and yeah, it's excited, and I mean, what I love the most now, I can play different parts and different character. So I do not need to do martial arts because I can play drama, I can play. So, but I love action, of course. But with Shepherd Code, I'm working with Don the Dragon Wilson and Silvio Simac. So I fight Silvio. It was my second time I've working with him because he has working with me on Borrow Time also. So we did it, and
That's wonderful.
Wow. Yeah, and we spent a great time. We shoot also in Bristol, in UK.
Wonderful.
So, yeah, we did a great character, and yeah, we have a wonderful cast and crew. So it was very, very powerful. But Shepherd Code is great, and I just did. I start the sequel of this movie, so with a lot of surprise. Recently, I have working with Lee Arenberg from the Pirates of the Caribbean. So
that's gonna be cool.
Yeah, that's the guy who play one of the ghosts. Say, hello, Papa. So, yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome, Alan. I wanted to ask you, what was your character like in the vampire movie? Was he like a friendly vampire, or was he one of the evil ones?
No, the story was the story of a guy who dated a girl online, and he dated the wrong one, and she was a vampire, and she passed on him the malediction, you know.
Yeah.
And then he became step by step a monster. So that's what I was loving on this movie. Became a vampire step by step, a monster. The makeup was very powerful, very strong, very scary. And so yeah, the way I have moving my body was like more an animal, and so I spent a great time. That's why I think I can be very good for Planet of Apes. You know, I can very good for working on Planet of Apes because I can be like bad guys or very good because I have this faculty to very act like, you know, when I can, you know, those type
You're
of
versatile. Yeah, you're a
yeah.
very diverse actor. I know amazing actors out there, but they sometimes, and that's good, it's their choice, they sometimes just want to play the bad guy or just want to play a certain type of role. But with you, and that's part of, because of the fact that you never give up and you like learning
No,
and you like to challenge yourself, you
a
can play
challenge.
literally any character because you put your mind to it.
Oh yeah, because when you see, when I was at this Bloodslinger, I play a little bit funny character, no beard, with a gun like this, a little bit scary about the ghost in front of me and stuff. So, and then for the Christmas movie, I was
Yeah,
more like the guy, serious and stuff. And for the vampire, I was the human at the first place who became a monster. So you can see my mutation step by
yes,
step. And
yeah,
for borrowed time, I was more a character, very sad, very like hopeless hope, and
yeah,
also for Shepherd Code, more the guy,
yeah,
very fancy guy with a suit,
yes,
very with a tattoo on my chest and everything, very, like sexy kind of
yeah.
character. And yeah, I mean, I really love play different type of versatile role.
That's good. That's good. You are a blessing to any cast that they put you in, any film project, because of the fact that you like to develop yourself, in every role. How do you prepare for a role? How do you study that character?
So when I got the script, I read the script, and when I put a sticker on the online I got,
Yeah.
and I project myself. But you have to create your own imagination. You create
Yes.
your own character, so you have to give a life. Like you have to create the past of your character and the future. So when you build your character, it's natural. You don't need to be. Sometimes you can. It's all depend of what the director wants. Because sometimes when you do, if you have to give the choice to the director, couple of different style you can bring
Visions.
to your character. Because sometimes when you learn, because I have learning also some acting lesson with
Good.
a master class is good, but sometimes they they teach you like to be a good robot, like yeah,
Yeah.
you have to be that way, that way, that way.
Yeah.
No, it's like this, it's impossible. No, acting is organic. You have to
Yes.
think about life, how life is.
Mm.
When you talk in life, you don't just need to learn a dialogue and blah 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 and talking like that. You have to sometimes to create your atmosphere,
Yes. That
and when you
energy.
talk with someone, it's all about, even if you play a bad guy, you don't need to act like you have a face like this,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you can be very like I am, I just talking, and you can talk more slower, and you
Mm.
can just listen, look around, and just have a brief look, and bam, explode, so that's it. That's how you can try to build a character. But it's complicated. Comedy is very, very tough. Comedy is very
Oh,
tough. Comedy, that's the most difficult
difficult.
point for an actor to be a good comedian.
Hmm. That's interesting, and I can understand that. I do understand that, and you've been able to do that. You've been in a role where you were a funny
Yeah,
character.
in Bloodslinger, yeah, kind of, yes, kind of. And but I did also some web series in France, a little bit
Oh,
comedic also, where I play a very funny part. It was
yes.
good experience. Yes, of course. Any experience you can get is you learn all the
You
time.
learn.
You learn.
You learn
So,
all the
so
time. Would you like to do a little bit of like a funny piece or like a serious piece for us, just like a 20-second something?
all depend of the script, all depend on the script.
Yeah.
If you have a very nice story, if it's comedy, if you felt you can make it, it's good, go for it.
Yeah,
But
you feel
sometimes
that.
yeah, and you have to give chance also, because people
Yes.
sometimes, you have to give you a chance to try and don't give up. Okay,
Yes.
you can, it's not because, okay, you do a comedy, you try. If you do wrong, it's you tried, and then you think and say, okay, that time is not the right one, but
Yeah.
for the next I will figure this out, how I can improve it. It's
Yeah.
like action. It's difficult when you
Oh
do
yes.
like
Choreography.
for my own sake, about what I do. When I direct a movie, it's complicated because it's about time, it's about budget, it's about
Yeah.
everything. And when you want to make it happen, you have to moving fast, because
Yes.
people sometimes want, oh yeah, I want the best action. Yeah, me too. But sometimes I agree, I can do better action. But
Yeah.
the thing is, like we talk about it with Don. Don tell me a very good advice. He said,
Yeah.
Alan, he said that to me. He said, Alan, I do a lot of movie on action, and sometimes they said, no, you cannot rehearse so much because time, money, budget, everything. So you
Mm-hmm.
have to fix the situation. That's what
Yes.
I do, because sometimes big movies like big blockbuster had more time, and you can have a month of preparation.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
For independent movie, like we can say low budget movie, that doesn't mean cheap, okay?
No.
So because people sometimes, oh, it's low budget movie. No, 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 because nowadays it's very tough to work
Yes.
on a smaller budget,
Yeah.
because smaller budget, you have to create, you have to think about the best way to make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's more stressful, because
Mm-hmm.
when you have big budget, you don't need to stress for anything,
No
because
pressure.
you got three assistant director, you got this and this and this, so the frustration is not the same. And what we have to think is to be around positive people. Like
That's right.
recently, a couple of weeks ago, I was in Portugal, in Lisboa, Lagos, and Algarve, and
Yeah.
thanks to my partner there, Dietmar, and also Alex and Mr. Becker, so
Yeah.
for helping me for start my movie there, and it was gorgeous. And also my sponsor, Gusto Nostro, also Luke Algarve. It's a real estate company. So I shoot also a scene on the beautiful pool house and stuff. Very, very good. And also with the boat,
Yeah.
a beautiful boat. This company give me the chance to be on the boat. Yeah. So you need to be around people who believe in you, and
Mm-hmm.
also to be trust. I mean,
Yes.
because if you came from nowhere, it's very difficult. I have a track record, so I did a lot of
Yes.
movie, and so my movies is available on streaming, on DVDs, on Blu-ray. So, and
That's
also, yeah, I'm reachable online. I mean, my work is reachable. I mean, on Tubi,
yes.
Tubi, Amazon, Voodoo, Roku, everywhere. So you can find my work. So, and people.
Absolutely.
So the thing is, yeah, sometimes people can criticize, say, oh yeah, it's B movies,
Yeah.
but you know Bloodsport was a B movies. you know
Aha. Good
so
point. That's right.
so
Yep.
yeah, but yeah, Van Damme became famous with B movies,
That's right.
so
That's
the thing
right.
is, no, you don't need to be like, people think what they want to think. You cannot control their mind and their uh, action, against you. But
Never.
what you can do is to improve yourself.
Yes.
That's so. Sometimes you have good advice, and sometimes you have bad advice. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
because people, online, it's always like that. Oh, this is shit. This is shit.
Yeah.
Great, but I want to see your work.
Exactly. Exactly. There's so many people out there, Alan, that criticize. And, when you go and look at what they are producing, there's nothing. They just want to sit and criticize other people. And if you and I and other individuals like us had to listen to all the negative people, we would have never come to the place where we are at today, because we
Oh
would have
yeah,
up. We don't listen to that. It's their opinion, and that's fine. We have a goal, we have a mission, we know what we are going to do.
yeah.
We are going to do just that.
Exactly. That's the same. If you remember, probably yourself too, when you were younger.
Yes.
For me, when I was at school, when sometimes you have to introduce yourself, and what is your biggest dream? And when
Yes.
I said, "Oh, my biggest dream is I would love to be an actor," and
Uh-huh.
people laughing, and I
Oh, yeah.
said, well, okay. Because if you said, "Oh, I want to be a fireman, I want to be a policeman," they will not laughing because
Yeah.
you know why? Because it's they you project they that's project their fear, because inside them they
True.
want to be somebody. Because
Yes.
look, right now, how many people you can see online right now? You
Mm-hmm.
can see they wants to be popular with
Yes. That's right.
so they always act like but it's easy now because people everybody's online can be a star.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
I you.
at the end of the day, you can Google everything, and Google,
Yeah.
you reach everybody. I mean, sometimes they faking. They
Mm,
said, oh, because everybody's now can be a filmmaker with a DCLR.
it's
They
true.
can do a short movie. We have to start somewhere. No doubt
Yes.
on it.
Yeah.
No doubt on it. But
Yeah.
be smart.
Yes.
Be intelligent. Don't burn the bridge. Don't
Yes.
think you can jump into somebody's head with experience. Because when you
Mm,
got experience, you got the development of yourself, and you
that's
keep
it.
doing step by step the elevator.
Yes.
And people said no, they want to. Well, what does it mean? Star is sorry, but star. What does it mean? How many people can be a superstar? Not so much.
Mhm.
Not
Yep.
so much. You can be popular. You can be a working actor, and
Yes.
sometimes it's better to be a working actor
Mhm.
and always being on project and keep doing what you love the most.
That's
And
it.
sometimes you appear to two movies and you disappear on the
Yeah.
radar.
That's it.
You know,
That's happened. Yeah.
because nobody can be Tom Cruise,
Yeah.
nobody can be Van Damme, nobody can be
Yeah.
Stallone, Schwarzenegger. Because
Yeah.
if you, because I watch those documentary online on Netflix, with Stallone and Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
But if you are interested to watch it, you can imagine those guys came from something. Um, it's a story of life. It's a real life.
Mhm.
I
That's
mean,
it.
so everybody's got their journey, but
True.
nowadays with internet, they want just to um, do the easy way. No,
That's true.
because what I'm now, when I am now, I have working out because it's not done yet. It's not done yet because I have so much to do
Yeah.
again. But I'm always, you have to look 5, 10 years ago where you were and
Yeah.
where you are now. And
That's
now you
true.
can think about it. That's good. So I have improved. So, but
It's a
it
process. Yeah.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
and of course, sometimes you met right people, sometimes you met wrong people,
Mm-hmm.
but you learn. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's just misunderstood. It's
Yeah.
not sometimes people, so sometimes you can work a certain type of people and they are with you for a certain time, and then they not been with you again because they are not the same goal. They
Yes.
sometimes they or sometimes or you met the right or the hassle one, you know. It's happened. But at the end of the day, you need to be yourself. You need
Yes.
to say, okay, the forgiveness. You said, okay, people are like they are. If they want to be like this, it's on their own. Let them do their own way, their own path, and
Yeah.
whatever. If they feel, you know, you cannot please anyone.
That's the truth. That's the truth. Some people are with us for the long run. You know, we make those spiritual connections and they walk with us for a long time. Some people are only there for a season and we have lessons to learn. And I agree with you completely. It's a process. It's
This
really a
process,
process. And yeah, at Meticulous, one of my hashtags that I love to use is keeping it real. You know, we keep it real here. There's no facade, there's no smoke screen. What it is, that's what it is, and that's what we want to project out there. I think
yeah,
the main thing that I see with you explaining that so articulating that so well is that Stallone, Jean-Claude Van Damme, even Schwarzenegger, they all just kept it real. They are who they are. They project, you know, themselves onto the world, and they
you have
build.
to be inspired. You have to be inspired,
Yes,
not to be the copycat. Inspired. I was
right.
inspired by Bruce Lee. I was inspired by Van
That's
Damme.
true.
But then, when I became a little bit older, I have
Yeah,
other model. And
that's
also,
right.
one of the model I still have, it's Don the Dragon.
Yes.
Why? Because this guy is, I don't know, but he's incredible.
Amazing.
He's
Yes.
incredible. He's very, I'm, you know, it's. I have so much to say, but it's so much to say, but you
Yeah.
know, it's yeah. He transmits the passion, the
Yes.
love of when he. You can tell he's not when he is on stage. He's not faking. Is he love?
He
He's
loves what
into
he
it.
does.
He's
Yeah.
into it. That's
Yeah.
very important for
Yeah.
martial artists and for an actor.
Fine. Being there, present in the moment, being present in that moment. That's what I
Yeah,
thought of now, Alan. You know, and you talked about inspiration, and I titled this session "The Greatness Within," and I did that for a specific reason. You know, you've
yeah,
been talking about how people, and I agree with you completely, because that's why most of us started the martial arts. We watched these movies when we were younger. We were inspired to find
yeah.
that warrior inside of us, to find that greatness inside of us. And you made a very, very important point. Yes, these amazing individuals are our inspiration, but our next step is to go and find that same greatness, that individuality within ourselves. Would you like to tell the audience, how do we do that? How do they, if there's someone out there that's aspiring to be a fighter, to be an actor, to start
Okay.
filmmaking, how do they find that greatness?
I mean, you have to ask yourself first, because it's
Yep.
not like, because most of the people, oh yeah, I want to be an actor. No, they want to be a star.
Yes.
That's different. So
Very good
if-
point.
yeah, so you want to be a star is not the same like you want to be an actor.
Yeah.
If you want to be an actor, it's different. To be a star is another point.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, I mentioned what I said before. Very few, very few people will be a star. Very
Yeah.
few people.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you cannot be somebody. You know.
Exactly. Yeah.
So your achievements
Mm-hmm.
is your own vision of what you want to bring on the table and also to give to people. Because
True.
sometimes people want to be a star because they lack of love, they lack
Mm-hmm.
of they
Yeah.
need to have so much people to admire
You
them.
want that validation the whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the validation sometimes, especially specifically on martial art world.
Mm-hmm.
I saw so much bullshit,
I
so much
agree.
people, so much people. Oh yeah, I'm the master. I am this. I'm this. Oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. Stupidity, completely.
Exactly.
So,
Yep.
so the thing is, when you know what is your worth, what is your worth, you sometimes, yeah, you can be hurt because we are human. Sometimes when people criticize you, you say, why you say that? Because I'm not bad person. I'm not, I do my road. I don't. But people want to sweep your legs, sweep
Mm-hmm.
your legs and destroy your. Because some people thinks if you are out of the business,
Yeah.
they they will get more opportunity, and they take your opportunity.
Oh
So,
my goodness.
yeah. But that's the state of mind of most of people nowadays
Yes.
because they are insecure. When
Yes.
you are insecure, or sometimes you give the chance to someone and
Mm-hmm.
they try to steal your project,
Oh, I've
to
seen that
steal,
happen. Yeah.
steal your project. When I say steal your project, it's mean not they cannot steal your project like by paper,
Mm.
because it's your contract, it's
Yes.
your vision. But
Yes.
sometimes they think they are higher than you, and he said, "Oh, you got lucky." You know, all smaller people think like that because
Mm.
smaller people,
That's
and
right.
sometimes you can you can see you can see they act like they are great, they are big.
Yeah.
Yes,
Blow
some
everything up and
some
overemphasize
some
everything.
some can have a
Big ego.
fan subscriber. But when the life is short, so when I
Yes.
say that we can spread the love, then I will not cheat with people to say, because I will not cheat. If you love, you love. If you don't love, you don't love. It's
True.
it's, it's human. So we cannot faking and said, "Oh, I love everybody." No, that's not true.
Yeah.
But you can be respectful. I mean,
That's true.
respectful to everybody. I mean, you said sometimes people cannot be on the same page like you. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. That's
Yeah.
that's right. So people can, okay, I don't think like you. That's different position. It's like politics. I'm an artist, I don't do politics.
Yeah.
I
I
martial
agree.
artist, I love people, I love life, I love the humanity.
Yes.
Everything is what is my goal is to give the positivity to
Give
people,
it to the world. Yeah.
be an sources of inspiration. you
Mm-hmm.
know
Mm-hmm.
that's my goal. And
Absolutely.
also what I said, for when I said about, you have to ask yourself what do you want.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you think you're good for that way, and you
Yeah.
can be better to another way.
True.
So
True.
that's why sometimes it's like, oh, you some people and said, oh, I want to do the same like him. Yeah, but okay, no problem. But why? Ask you why.
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
Because you want to be popular. You
Mm-hmm.
want to create. You
Yeah.
want to share the creation, or it's like a dream, a childhood dream. You
Yeah.
want to you know you have to, you know consistency. You have the consistency, and if you never give up, whatever, because it's sacrifice. Sometimes you can
Very
eat,
much.
yeah, sometimes you have to understand, if you want to be an actor, you have to boost your ass, and she said, okay, sometimes I can eat just eggs with a smaller piece of bread, you
Yeah.
know, and
That's it.
so,
Yeah.
and you have to, so that's
Focus
why
on that. Oh. Yeah.
it's sacrifice. It's sacrifice, and be prepared. Be
Yeah.
prepared. Be prepared for fail first,
Yes.
because rejection. When you do casting, how many casting have been rejected?
Yeah.
I've so I've been rejected, like every actor's been rejected.
Of course.
But what is good now, don't expect nobody to you give the end. So you have
Mm.
to create your own path, because sometimes you run after casting, you wait after, oh, you build your connection.
Yes.
Sometimes you begging for a part. Oh yeah, you send your demo reel, you're begging for director, you're begging for producer, you're begging for everybody's. That's good, but at the end of the day,
Yeah.
very few will get the part.
True.
Sometimes fake promises. Oh yeah, you look good, you're
Mm,
amazing, you're great, I want you, and nothing happened.
that's it.
So
Yeah.
we are in 2024,
Mm-hmm.
and now we are access to the world. So it's not like
Absolutely.
it used to be. So if nobody pick you up for any part,
Yeah.
create your own way.
That's true. I like that. I really like that. That's really doing introspection, digging within yourself, in your heart, your mind, knowing that there's going to be blood, sweat, and tears. Guys, anything that's worth doing in life is going to, like Alan said, there's going to be a journey, there's going to be trials, there's going to be rejection. Sometimes you will get the role. And it's also like the martial arts way, there's a lot of blood,
Here's
sweat, and tears, but it makes us better when we learn a form, when we learn a kata. I know your style, Shotokan, is very closely
yeah,
related to my style, Shotokan. They came
yeah,
basically from the same place. That
yeah,
kata it's the moves that you learn, and they're all
mhm,
the same. We all do that, right? We learn
yeah,
the bunkai, we know what the moves mean, but you still have to take that kata, and I'm using that as an analogy for life, and make it
yeah,
your own. And
yeah.
and when you do that, something beautiful comes out of it. So I agree with you.
Tears and blood. That's tears and blood.
Tears
Because
and
people
blood.
need to understand when you learn martial arts, when you are consistency, like you train like
Yes.
real, like 4 days a week,
Yeah.
you have to say, okay, you have to listen also your body, okay? When
Yes.
you become older, you have to say, no, I don't want to show off. So no, because it's like when you want to impress people, you hurt
Yeah.
yourself. No, you do your routine. You do today. I know. I feel. I go slow. I go slow,
Yeah.
and tomorrow I will feel better. I can go fast.
That's
So
right.
that's you have to listen your body, because and now you can see even on bodybuilding, you see people take some medicine, some stuff for become
Yeah.
more more stronger,
Yeah.
but they kill the process.
They do.
Why? Because internet world make people wants to do the fastest road and make
Fast.
it happen easy. No,
Right.
believe me, believe me, believe me,
Mm.
nothing come fast.
Yeah.
Because when you do a movie, even a movie, the time you wrote the script,
Yes.
the time you try to find money investor,
Mm-hmm.
the time you have to film, the
Yes.
time you have to edit, the
Yes.
time you have to find a distributor, and the
Yes.
time you have to be in release, it's a huge, huge
A
time.
lot of
So
time.
yeah, and that's why it's a huge process.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people think, oh yeah, they sit on their couch and chair, it's bullshit. Yes, but
Yeah.
you have to respect the work.
True.
Always respect the work. If it's not your cup of tea, it's all right. But
Mm-hmm.
I respect. It's like music. Sometimes you cannot judge people because they love rock and roll, they love, they love classical, they love
Mm-hmm.
rap, they love electronic.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their own things. It's like food. It's like food. It's like clothes. You love,
Preferences.
you love
Yeah.
I wear a blue polo, so some people
Only
can say, "Oh,
branded.
I don't like blue polo." Okay, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. But what is make you happy when you wake up in the morning? When
That's
you
right.
go to your wardrobe and you said, "Oh, I love this shirt. I will dress good with this shirt today." So, oh, I take this perfume because I want to smell good.
Yeah.
That's life. It is. Sometimes it's not about money. Sometimes simple things. Simple things. You can eat a little slice of
True.
pizza and
Yeah.
and and drink a soda like this and looking the sky and be happy. Sometimes basic
Yeah.
make you happy, because when people are obsessed, but this journey what I'm bringing to like movie.
Yeah.
I know it's tough. I know it's tough. So that's why people need to understand. You want to do this job. You want to be an actor. You want to be a director. You want to be a stuntman. Because stuntman, I close because it's tough
Yes.
job.
Hard work.
Stuntman is a hardest tough job.
It's a
I'm not,
hard job.
I'm not consider myself like a stunt. I can do my own stunt
Yeah.
because I do fight scene. I can do my own stunt. I can, but real stunt. When I said stunt, it's a job. People who can replace you for fall on
Yeah.
the ground and that's a tough job.
Yes.
I applaud. They
Yes.
deserve recognition. But
Absolutely.
again, you can be a great stunt. That doesn't mean you can be a good actor. You can be a good actor, but doesn't mean you can do both. Because people think, oh yeah, I'm a martial artist, I can do it. Because how many movie star you can said, okay, nowadays they are good actors.
Yeah.
Very few also. They are
Yes.
good on camera, with action, but acting is, it's like when you watch movies like Robert De Niro, Al Pacino,
Mm-hmm.
or Sean Penn, or
Yes.
different stage actor like that. You learn so much because
Yeah.
you can see that's dedication of the character.
Hard work. Yeah.
The- Always return to the basic.
Mm-hmm.
Return to the basic. That's
Yes.
you stronger than before
Mm-hmm.
if you go back to the basic. It's like karate. If you learn your 5 first kata in Shotokan,
Right.
Eian Shodan, Eian Yodan, Eian Godan, and Eian
Yeah.
Sandan,
Yeah.
and you know those kata,
Yeah.
it bring you to the basic and bring you to the best.
True.
Because
Very
people,
true.
people think that because yeah, I do the split, I can do the kick, but
Yeah.
it's not the most important things. The most important things is to
Basics.
feel good with the techniques you do. Of
Yeah.
course, you will see a better kicker than you will see
Yeah.
faster than you,
Mm-hmm.
but at the end of the day, you are yourself, you know and you
True.
you compete with you. And
Yes.
of course, the audience will see the big difference. You can be the great kicker of the world, but
Yes.
your charisma is zero.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
Charles Bronson, he's got the face. They never talk too much on his movie, but the way he look, the way he move, that's
Yes.
making back in the day a big star.
Charismatic. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
and he was not the karate
Basic.
guy. Chuck Norris he's got the charisma. Chuck Norris, more is getting age.
Mm.
He started with his first movie with Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
More is getting age. More he was good looking and
Mm.
very strong on camera.
Strong character. Yeah,
Yeah,
very, very strong. They exude when they find that character within themselves. They exude that confidence, and people want to see that strength. That charisma that you were speaking about. I
yeah,
agree with you. I was thinking about two actors that I really like to watch their movies because I get that. And they're two different, completely different
yeah,
actors, Alan, and that's Tom Cruise and Keanu Reeves. They're
yeah,
completely different characters, but the way they play their roles, the way Mission Impossible is done,
yeah,
with the kind of comedy
yeah,
in between the action, and the way that Keanu does John Wick, and his poker face, his poker face, but it
yeah, yeah.
brings something
You
to the
know,
screen. Amazing.
when you mentioned John Wick, the thing
Yeah.
is, example, uh, people was expecting with Shepherd Code a type of John Wick. No,
Yeah.
it's not type of John Wick.
Yeah.
John Wick, first of all, had a lot of million of dollars for making this big
Yeah.
movie,
Yeah.
and Shepherd Code is more like into the acting, into the deep into
Good.
my character. So
Yeah.
when I love the most when I create a movie, it's
Yes.
to create each character. So
Yeah.
when you see, you can feel the character. You can feel I
Yes.
develop
Like to,
the emotion of the
yeah.
character,
Yeah.
So that's the big difference because, yeah, of course, if you can, I remember this review I got, and another guy reviewed also my movie from Spain, and he was not agree with the guy from US about my review, and he said
Yeah.
how he can compete you with John Wick.
Mm.
He said doesn't make sense. He said because
Different.
um, completely different world. He said doesn't
Yes.
make sense. But sometimes people are smaller in their mind to
Mm-hmm.
say,
They think
oh,
in a box.
they want.
Yeah.
First of all, they have to understand when you're not. It's like call direct straight to video, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
people need to understand. Uh, that doesn't mean your product is not good. Okay, so
Yes.
straight to video, it was like back in the days,
Mm-hmm.
Bloodsport from Van Damme, I mentioned it,
Yep.
was also direct to video.
Yeah.
They Menahem Golan took it after because a little success
Mm.
to release in Europe to do a
Yeah.
theatrical release, but during that time, no. Can you imagine if it's the same way now? No,
Yes.
because the streaming take huge place like Amazon, Netflix, Tubi.
True.
But Tubi became huge. Tubi TV became very huge.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
people don't understand that yet, but
Yes.
Tubi is big. Tubi
Yeah.
TV start to. That's why they do now original Tubi, and
Mm-hmm.
I hope I have the chance to do an original Tubi. If they somebody from Tubi, the staff, yeah, I'm here and I can create Tubi.
Absolutely, guys. Everyone that's watching and that's also gonna watch it on the other channels, reach out to Alan. He can play almost any character. He can play any character he puts his mind
Yeah,
to.
yeah, of
He's a
course.
great
But
actor. He's gonna make films.
yeah,
More.
but again, like you said, for you need to give the right source of inspiration, and
That's
also
right.
keep stay away from people not very positive. But
Yes.
sometimes people don't understand you, and they think you are the bad guy. But no,
Mm,
you're not the bad guy.
no.
You're not, because they need to understand you surviving also. You fight for survive.
Eating
And it's
every
not
day.
about against people. It's against it's against you have to survive.
Yeah.
But people nowadays wants always oh yeah to be the popular, the best they can. But
Yeah.
be
That's
popular. Be popular to your wife. Be popular to your kids.
yes.
Be popular to your family. Be popular to your friend. That's
That's
a
it.
huge success, because
Yeah.
who cares at the end of the day? Uh, you know
Absolutely.
who cares? People are fan of you because they see you on TV, on movies. But
Yeah.
sometimes if you disappear off the radar, they will forget you.
Exactly. Exactly. We have to focus on the things that are eternal, the things that are long standing. And I agree with you. There's nothing better in the world to have your children adore you and your family adore you, and for them to be your biggest fans. And, sometimes fame is fleeting, guys. Look,
Yeah,
keep it real and be who you are. And Alan made a very important point today, and I'm gonna tell you why that's very important point,
yeah,
Alan. I've been on a lot of shows as well. I get invited, and I like to speak on my show with positive people, like you mentioned. And I was in a show one day, and the interviewer
yeah,
asked me, no one has ever asked me that before. And she asked me, she said, when are you successful, Juanita, when do you feel successful? And it just came out of me. I just said it. I didn't even think about it. I said, when I'm happy, I feel successful. I wake up every day and I'm happy. I have joy. So I feel, like I'm doing the right thing in life because I'm busy with the things that I love. I'm busy raising my kids. I'm busy building my family. I'm busy training arts. I'm doing my podcast. That's a passion to speak to amazing
yeah.
individuals.
You met
So
people. Yeah, you
joy
exchange
is the
passion.
most.
Yeah, yeah. That's the very,
We
very good
have
point.
to.
Yeah,
Have to,
very good point.
Alan. Tell me any final words of wisdom for the audience. It has been a
Oh yeah,
wonderful
I
session.
would love to say it again. Thank you to a lot of people. So LH Chambat, my partner, and so I would love to say thank you so much to him. Michael Morris from UK, Dietmar Goetz also from Portugal, and all of the sponsors, Valle d'Almedena wine, excellent wine, Mr. Becker, and Alex from Luc Algarve, and yes, also my distributor, ITN Distribution, Stuart and Nicole, yes, for giving me this opportunity to distribute my film. Yes, Shaper Code will be released on DVD in July, so I will keep you posted online, and also I will be on Eclair magazine with a very, very beautiful interview of myself, and I deliver something very deep. Or also, always now, you know, my goal is now to give the best I can and give the truth to the audience. You know, not faking. You know, I can. You know, I'm always, you know, straight to the point. You know, when I talk, and sometimes people love, sometimes people don't love because they say, "Oh, he's too straight to the point," and sometimes they. But you know what you can do. You know how you can improve and how you can make it happen. Because at the end of the day, you are the master of your own destiny.
Very wise words indeed, guys. We have had such a wonderful session with you, Alan, and it's inspired us to keep it real, you know, to just be ourselves, like you said, and just to be the best versions of who we are. So thank you from the Meticulous Moments audience. Oz, thank you for being a wonderful guest, my brother and my friend, and I'm sure we will have more sessions in the future. So have a wonderful day there in Paris, France, and keep spreading that wonderful positive energy. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much, and have a great, great day.
Thank you, Alan. Goodbye. Well, guys, that was impeccable, and thank you so much for joining us. I know we are going to have so many people that are inspired by the words spoken here today. So before I end this session, I'm just going to go quickly into the sponsors, and I'll see you in the next session.
Baby, that was it. I want me cause I take two. I'm into a figure stop. The photos of you. I never know.
Yeah. My mind and I ain't no social activist. I'm asking this. Stay for a while now. Put the guns down. You can find another way. You can heal from your pain. Stay for a while now. Put the drugs down, you can find another way. You can heal from your pain.
Beginning, baby, that was it. I want me cause I take two. I'm into a figure stop.
Stairs to the top, where dreams take flight. Embrace the unknown, no longer hide. Journey